What's going on, YouTube? Today we're going to take a look at a question that's being asked by a lot of people in the Madden community, and then I'm going to go deeper into it and look at an advanced setup and an advanced way to really confuse your opponent. So the question is, how do we see run fits in Madden 18? They made an appearance in Madden 17, and now people are just wondering on how to see them. Last year, it was by pushing the right stick in either direction. And as you can hear, I'm doing that and nothing is happening. So this year, what we need to do is we actually need to hold down the right trigger and then press square to see the run fits for the left. And then we need to press circle for the run fits to the right. Now, depending on the controller that you're using, me on PS4, it's square and circle. So that is how we see the run fits in Madden 18, which is very important because there's a lot of defenses that you can call that they just have different run fits. As you can see here, I was in nickel 3-3-5 wide and I was in cover 4 show 2. Well, let's go to Tampa 2. So now we take a look at the run fits in Tampa 2, and now it's the corners that are in run fits and the safeties are jumping back. So this is something that can be very, very valuable. You might want to go to a cover 2 man and you're like, well, I don't know what the run fits are for this. Well, by doing this, you can see here that in this particular play, the corner on the left is not in a run fit, but the guys over on the far right are. So this can be very, very valuable information to you if you're trying to stop the run. Now, the advanced thing that we're going to look at is something that I've been using to start off the year. Now, nobody's got really like a ton of great heat yet. There's some heat out there for sure. But I've been playing a lot of stock coverage. And with previous play still in the game, that's one thing that, especially if you're just kind of kicking it around in Draft Champions or Madden Ultimate Team, and you're playing some people that really rely on that previous play. There's a lot of talk about, okay, well, they see I come out in cover 4 all the time. So basically, if they see my first play is cover 4, the next thing they're going to do is go to their cover 4 beater and try to beat me for a touchdown, or against cover 2, etc. So we're going to come out in cover 4 show 2, and we'll just run any pass play. It doesn't really matter. We're not even really going to run the play. And we'll just do slot to buck for fun. Now we're going to base a line. And after we base a line, we can do whatever it is that we want with the defense. We can spread the line, shift the line, spread the linebackers. It doesn't matter. There's going to be 4 steps that you want to take to basically make this a hybrid defense. This year, they added a bunch of new zones to the game. So what we've got is we've got the ability to take this cover 4 and turn it into a cover 2. The way we're going to do that is press triangle, triangle, and then square and down on the right stick. Triangle, triangle, circle, down. Now we've got cloud flats on the outside. Then we're going to go triangle, triangle, L1 up, triangle, triangle, X up. And now they're in a cover 2 shell. And then triangle, triangle, and then triangle and down to get another vertical hook. And if you wanted to, really you could just, you could go like this and get everybody in hook zones. And basically, you're in a cover 4, but you're showing cover 2. Now, this is actually quite valuable for a couple reasons. And just while we're at it, we could do a lot of different things like man this guy up. And once you man him up, by the way, and then he goes all the way out there, if I now man him up, he's going to go back. We can no longer cross-man this year, but there's a lot of different things that you can do. You can man this guy up on the right slot. You can have cover 2 and still have some man defense. Now, there's going to be gameplay footage to show you guys that this is very, very easy in a game. Okay, the setup is very, very easy. I'm going to show you guys multiple clips in the same game of me doing this without even thinking about it. It's very easy. In practice mode now, they're not going to snap the ball until we let go of a button. So, or unless we just stand there. So just get your reps in and you're going to find out that it's very easy. So why is this important? Well, as I mentioned, previous play. If your opponent always sees cover 4 and you're mixing up cover 4 and cover 2, he's going to just be confused. Like, what is going on? It says cover 4 all the time, but it's a cover 2. Plus, you're mixing up your coverages. With the man, you've got 4 linebackers, the 3-3-5 wide. It's one of my favorite formations so far this year. I really, really like it. There's a lot of stuff that we can do, you know, by spreading the line, pinching the line. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. But furthermore, it's about the run fits. So now what we're looking at is a cover 2 with cover 4 run fits. And that's what I like about it. As you can see, the safety ends up being in a run fit. So now let's take a look at, we'll go to nickel 3-3-5 wide, and we'll go to cover 2, Tampa 2. Okay. Now this is not something that I've done, so I actually don't know the button presses necessarily right away, but I think it's like this. I think it's like that. No, it's not. Okay. So, yeah, right. That doesn't even make sense. What is it? It is inside third? Nope. Inside quarter? Yeah, inside quarter. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're actually in a... okay, actually, I'm going to start this over. I'm going to let them snap the ball. So, like I said, I know about coming out in cover 4 and going to the cover 2 right away. It's something I've done a lot. So now, as you can see, just as easy. I screwed that up completely. I forgot that I'm actually supposed to do this. Now, we're in a cover 4, essentially. Like that, with the seam flats instead of quarter flats, though. But it's a cover 4. But we get the cover 2 run fits. So if we're worried about an outside run, but we want to play cover 4, this is key. And as you can see right there. Now the reason I had some trouble is before I was doing this in cover 2, so I put cloud flats. That's not really a defense that you want, so I wouldn't suggest doing that. But if you go triangle, triangle, square up, triangle, triangle, circle up, then you get those outside cover 4s. And then you go triangle, triangle, L1, and then right on the right stick. Triangle, triangle, X, right on the right stick. It's very, very easy to set up. We're going to show you once again, and I'm going to get it perfectly right this time. So watch. Triangle, triangle, and we're all set up. That's cover 4. Now, any other extra adjustment that you want to do is triangle, triangle, and then triangle again and up on the right stick. And then for the linebacker, it's R1, R1, X up on the left stick, or I push the D-pad to get the seam flats. And then, of course, you can do this. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can do. It's very easy button presses, to be honest with you. So this is one of the things that I love to do to really confuse my opponent, especially from the cover 4 show 2. Now, the cover 4 show 2, we're going to base align, so they're never really going to be able to tell anyway. So we're going to base align out of that one. Right? So we're base align, we have this. And once we have this shell, we can keep the quarter flats. Not a big deal at all. And we can keep the 4-man rush. But if we don't want the 4-man rush, we can add in an extra hook zone, or if we have some time, you know, like I said, we can man that guy up like that. You know, there's a lot of different things that you can do within this shell. Basically, you're just pressing, you know, triangle, triangle, or you're pressing RB for linebackers. And you're just changing all of the adjustments. You know, maybe Gronkowski needs to be manned up. He's the best guy out there. Now, if that happens, though, you've got 3 tight ends on one side, so you better be covering that area. Obviously, it's a lot more wise to have a vertical hook there. So that is what I want to do, and get those safeties. This gives us the opportunity to maybe bring the safeties down just a little bit, like this. And that is an advanced setup for run fits specifically, and for previous play to confuse your opponent. Now, finally, before I let you guys go, we're going to take a look at doing the same thing out of cover 3. So out of cover 3 buzz, it's just the same thing. So we're going to base align, okay? And now we're going to go like this. And now again, we're in a cover 2, but with curl flats. We do something like this, you know, and then the more time we have, right, then the more adjustments we make. We can, you know, I mean, we could just do this all day. We could make adjustments as they're sitting in the line, doing whatever. A lot of different things that you can do. And again, this time though, we don't have any run fits. We're in a cover 3. We have, this is if we press square, and this is if we press circle. So the one safety, okay, that was in his default thing, which was a hook curl, is going to be the guy that's in the run fit. Okay, rather than this guy here by default. And they're going to see cover 3, right? We come out in this. Oops. We come out in this, and on the previous play, they're going to see cover 3. So they're going to, I mean, they're just, it's going to be very, very confusing to them. Doesn't mean that you always want to come out and run cover 2 when you're calling cover 4. You want to stick to cover 4. You want to stick to cover 3. You know, you want to be able to run those as well. The idea is you're mixing up all of your coverages, and they're just confused as hell because they're getting the same look every time, and that is that. What is one other thing that I could tell you guys about this? It was cover 3 buzz. Oh, right. So let's just say that a certain deep blue. So why does it work this way? Well, the way that it works is if I call a certain play and I try to match these zones, right? Okay, so couldn't I get a run fit if I went, you know, with a seam flat here? Wouldn't that turn into a run fit? It does not. The only way you get the run fits is by the initial play that you call. So whatever run fits exist in the particular play, no matter what you do to the play with all of your hot routes, those same run fits exist. I've been doing this out of the nickel 3-3-5, and you can certainly do it at a lot of formations. A lot of people love cover 4 drop show 2. So let's just do this again. I mean, it's very, very simple, and this really just confuses our opponents. So we baseline, you know, pinch down. Oops, I don't even know what I just did there. So again, now, okay, what the heck did I do there? Something happened. Hold on. We're just going to let the computer snap the ball. The safeties came down. I must have did something by mistake. Okay, so let's do this again. So we base a line, we pinch, you know, whatever. This is like a typical setup. So now, just like this, now we're getting the cover 2 with the seam flats, and we could change those to, you know, whatever it is that we want. Hook zones, I mean, it's whatever. It's the same idea. It really, you know, you could do it out of any formation, but I like the nickel 3-3-5 wide and the 3-4 odd the most. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit long, but it really gives you guys an idea on some advanced techniques that you can use to confuse your opponent. And this is just for stock coverage. You know, once more blitzes and stuff come out, this is something with the new zones that they've added to the game, with the new ability to be able to hot route different guys to zones we were never able to do before. It's a complete game changer, in my opinion. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.